Ding. Hello, everybody. This is Danny and Wanda from Deep South Homestead.
I'm running late. Just got here. I got my candy corn and my Sprite to have some energy.
A good healthy snack. Yeah.
Why not?
I can't say anything. I got rice checks with white chocolate on it. You know, today is splurge day. Okay?
Yeah, I've been splurging all day and I shouldn't be. So.
Oh man.
All right.
Did you change the stream key?
I did. Let's see if somebody finds us.
There we go.
See if Florida Homesteader found us.
Yeah.
They're usually the first one every time.
Or either Becky.
Yeah,
they're gonna be the ones. Mountain View, Lucius Lou.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, guys.
I'm tired from goofing off today.
Yeah, she's been goofing off traveling all day. I'm tired from canning. Amanda and I have canned all day long.
Yeah. We've been busy for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I had Wanda's day out.
She did. Oh, and by the way, somebody let me know if the air conditioner is making too much noise, because it was 112 here today, and there's been nobody in the studio all day.
And Danny didn't.
And I didn't think about turning the air on in here. So
if it's bothering you, we'll turn it off.
If it's too loud, please let me know. Let's see here. It's fine, everybody said.
Okay.
Okay.
It seems like it.
Okay, I just wanted to know.
Thank you guys. This is one from my office days when I worked in the office. Y'all, I can dress up occasionally.
Oh, yeah.
I've been home, what, 15, 20 minutes?
You've been home about 15 minutes, maybe a few minutes more, yeah.
Yeah. Broussard, okay. Gemini, everybody's pumping in, Beth.
All right, well,
Mark.
Today, what is the theme of the one tonight? Do we have a theme?
We do, but we just tired and we've been canning all week. I forgot. What was the theme? Hold on.
Hold on. No, don't mess with nothing.
It's right down here, but I can't see.
No, if you touch anything, the whole screen just goes away.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's mainly to deal with canning, talking about canning, how people can prep.
Rick said, why did your video of the cabin build get took down?
It shouldn't. It was
up shouldn't be. Ago. It was up a while ago, Rick.
I guess.
You got your Wi-Fi turned off.
I know. Let me see if I can find it while y'all were.
Yeah, that would be news to us if it did.
I hadn't checked anything all day, but I thought I looked just a minute ago and it was there.
Hannah Rose said Southwest Florida's finally stopped raining one day at least. Well, we haven't had much rain. All we've had is just extreme heat. It has been so bad that it's just not real. Hello, Jennifer.
The cabin bill's there, installing seals.
Yeah, it's all still there, Rick. We're sitting here looking at it. It's there. Unless there's another one he's talking about. There's that one.
One of them is installing seal plates a week ago. I guess. Let me make sure it's still there. But
well, Hannah says she just watched it 30 minutes ago, so it's still there.
There's two of them up. And if I can get busy, I'll have the next one putting the floor down.
Yeah, we got one more to go there.
And we'll have a floor.
We'll have the floor down. Yes.
So that would be and we're going to work our way through these up to now. The people on Patreon have seen we're up to insulating. We do have a picture of somewhere.
One person there, Bennett, says that they sent a clip of some food shortage on Facebook.
I haven't been on Facebook all day, so I'm not.
Yeah,
I've been traveling. I've been going since early morning. Just came in.
Well, we got up early this morning before daylight, and we went to the garden. We picked a 5-gallon bucket of butter peas, a 2-gallon bucket of rattlesnake beans, a bunch of okra.
And then I left.
And then we picked pepper.
That's right.
And you cut up the pepper.
I cut up the pepper and the okra, and then I darted out.
Then Wanda left by, what would you say, about
9:30.
About 9:30, you were gone. She was gone. Mm-hmm. Me and Amanda finished shelling all the beans, and busted our tail all day. Now I'm gonna give you a little bit of a look here.
Started the beans. I forgot. I don't know what all's there, but
just start right here.
Yeah, and we'll work our way up. These are the butter peas.
These are butter peas.
are the ones that were supposed to have been red rippers, but these things are gorgeous. So the next one shows what the plants look like, I think.
Okay, and then
This is the plants behind us.
Yeah, this is what we were picking today.
This picture was this morning, and those plants are looking awesome.
They're
producing.
They're producing like crazy.
And then this is what we've been doing all week. This is chicken broth. We bought some chicken the other day. We did thighs and legs.
Yep.
And the thighs we used the broth and canned dip. And next picture.
Yes, Beth. I think butter peas would do great in your zone.
Okay, so fast forward, we went and done lard. We did a live stream on Crazy Days, and Amanda's getting her video ready. She didn't have time to get it up today, but she'll have it up tonight maybe on the lard, and I'll have something up more on it next week. But look how gorgeous. We had 24 pints and 1/2 pint, I think.
And that's only half of our lard.
Yeah, we got that much more to do, and then we're killing 2 pigs this week.
Hopefully, if everything goes all right, we'll have 2 pigs killed this week.
Too late to plant rattlesnake beans.
In zone 10. No, Nadia, it's not. Somebody asked a question about what can they plant in Florida. Depends on what part of Florida you're in. You need to start, if you're in northern Florida, you need to start getting ready for your fall gardens, because they'll be not too far off. Okay, that was the wrong one. Hang on.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, this is the chicken that we did. Danny cut the thighs, the bone out, and chopped it up into small pieces, and we put all the meat in. I don't know how many we had there. Danny may have his list in a minute. And we did that, and then in the background we did the chicken legs in the pints, the whole chicken legs, and then we found a good deal on carrots, so we did carrots, and then the next morning, that was the day before yesterday.
Yeah, technically Amanda did all this.
She did a lot of it.
Yeah, she done the legs.
I cut all the carrots up while she was doing the legs. Danny cut the thighs up, and then she started packing the thighs, and then we did the carrots later that evening, and we did a round robin. That was after 2 o'clock that day.
Yeah,
we started at 2:30 that day. Okay, next day.
Mama Tried said, do y'all prefer to pressure can or water bath tomatoes? You only have to water bath. You never have to pressure can them unless you add something to them that means that they need to be pressure canned.
Yeah.
In South is that California?
Well, I'm not
what
sure.
can I plant here, Laura?
Yeah.
I would start looking toward fall stuff, guys. I'll just be honest with you. How long do you can chicken legs? Nadia said. Was it 75?
It was an hour and 10 minutes, I think, because they're in pints.
Because it's a bone
and it's a bone in. So I think it was an hour and 10 or 15 minutes, something like that.
Okay, let me check because I forgot where I was at here.
I think 4.
Okay, I'm up to 4.
Okay, the next morning, yesterday morning, we got up and did, I think Amanda started the carrots first. And so we did 9 pints of carrots late one evening, 9 pints of carrots yesterday morning, okay?
Okay, here, let's see here.
And then we did, this was a couple of days ago, we did these peas, like 3 days ago, I think, on that.
Beth is asking, do you cook chicken before canning? The legs, no, we did not. We put them in raw. Amanda did. And
the thighs, she boiled them just a little bit.
Well,
she boiled them up just like 5 minutes or something, 10 minutes.
I cut them up in pieces and she boiled.
Yes, just a little bit. And then she packed those. But the legs we're trying raw pack. And she's going to do a video on that. While we were doing that, show this one. We also dehydrated.
Oh, get back here.
We also dehydrated peppers while all this was going on. I cut all these peppers up. We dehydrated them. And now we have another thing of peppers in the dehydrator I cut up this morning. They're going. Okay, and skip on up. Don't show those yet. No, run the bar up. I'm trying to tell him. Okay, now this is what they got done today.
this is what we've done today. Now, there's a lot more on the right-hand side of this picture. There's pears all the way to the end of the countertop.
Yeah, I just didn't get it all in.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you here in just a minute, Danny, when will you be planting your fall carrots? Marshall Farm. Delane is, or Tanya, whichever one it is, probably will be late September, early October.
Yeah, I think
Planting the carrots. Yeah. Now, I'm going to tell you guys here what we've done.
this is his book.
I keep a daily journal here of the temperatures and weather and our events of the day. I'm just going to read you the last 3 days of what we've been doing here. On the 15th, we canned 9 pints of chicken thighs. We canned 8 pints of chicken legs, 9 pints of carrots. Now that was just on the 15th.
And
Then we picked peppers.
that's when I put the peppers in the dehydrator.
Yes.
Okay.
Plus, we put up insulation in the cabin that day.
Yeah, I've got a picture of that too somewhere, I think.
Okay. Well, you know, while we're right there,
That's where it says insulation. Come on down.
Um,
Come down, right there.
right here.
This is our bedroom. He left out a space up there for light and stuff. Why did
That's
you
it.
leave that piece out?
That's because there's a wired up junction box I had to get to wire
Okay.
up.
So the bedroom, most of the living room, and hall is done, right?
Yeah, that's what we were doing that morning. Now, on the 16th, which was yesterday, we canned 9 pints of carrots, 24.5 pints of lard. We done more wiring in the cabin, more insulating in the cabin. We canned 6 quarts of chicken broth and canned 5 pints of chicken broth along with it. And then,
So Amanda was canning some of this broth and stuff while Danny was
yeah,
over at the cabin, and I helped with the lard. We were
we
round
all
robin.
did on the lard.
Yeah, Danny was helping, but I cut up lard yesterday morning while she was packing jars with carrots. We were just going with it
And
all
then
day.
today we got up early this morning and we picked we told you the rattlesnake beans and the butter peas, and then Wanda left and we canned 9 pints of butter peas, Amanda and me, and then we canned 14 quarts of pears, 3 quarts of figs, 9 pints of peaches, and we dehydrated 1 quart of peppers today.
Yeah.
And Amanda's in the kitchen right now still cooking. So
She's fixing to go to bed.
she's going to be going to bed here just shortly. But now, guys, Amanda is going to have a video up later tonight for tomorrow, or either be later tonight, of the actual lard that we did.
Mm-hmm.
So she told y'all in the live stream when we were cooking lard she's going to have this video up, but she didn't get it up today because today's just been too busy
Well,
to
yesterday she
do
was
it.
going to work last night, and she had technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. We
and
got
it didn't
them.
happen.
We got them straightened out this afternoon.
So hopefully she'll have it later.
Yeah. So go over and watch Freedom Acres, Amanda with Freedom Acres, to see the video.
Rabbits. Are we going to raise them again? Why? Why not? Right now we're
Not
busy.
right now because we're just too busy. We have freezers full. Everything we have is full.
And we're fixing to butcher 2 pigs.
Yeah, we're fixing to butcher 2 large pigs. Now these are not just 2 small pigs. These are 2.
So we've got to. That's what they were doing today, is down in the freezer as much as possible. We're going to continue to down the freezer over the next couple of days before we get these pigs back.
Yeah.
And we're going to can some of the pork as well as put it in the freezer in the space that we create. And so we're just like busy. But I took today off because I have 2 daughters that are expecting a baby. One of them, I'm going to show you right quick. My oldest is expecting twins in the next 3 to 4 weeks. And they gave her a shower. My youngest is only expecting 1, but I went to spend the afternoon with them. And I spent lunch with my mom's. Her birthday's this week, so it was my day out. And I hope to have a video on that maybe sometime this week.
Yes. But we are exhausted. This has been one busy week. Now, that's just 3 days out of this week. That's not the whole week.
No. Because we picked beans earlier, and we've been working on that cabin.
I mean, I can back up and show you that Amanda canned 3 pints of butter peas today on the 14th. She canned 8 pints of rattlesnake beans that day. So, yeah,
Yeah,
it's been a canning week.
and we try to do what we can do to get going.
Yeah.
I think my girls are
They want to know, what are you eating?
Go to Crazy Days and check out. Sunshine and I were eating the footballs. It's candy corn footballs. I had to have a sugar fix, and even though it isn't raining, she was not in the room, and Amanda said she couldn't have any, so I had to sneak them and get out of there.
Okay, Just Me says, when are they due? My daughters are due on September the 7th, but not going to make it that long.
My oldest is due the end of September, like September 20, I don't remember, 20 something, but she's not going to make it that long. She's already, the babies weigh 4 pounds apiece. She's going to probably next 3 weeks if she's lucky. And then the youngest is not due till October something, late October. So we've got a little ways going.
Got a little ways.
And then I have a son that's planning on getting married in October. So, and I didn't put his picture up. He was there for a few minutes. He darted in a minute.
Oh,
He's
man.
not as pretty as the girls.
No, you don't want to be showing guys on there. I mean, guys are just not nothing to look at. You know he's a nice looking guy, but
I should have put it up for his girlfriend. I had Patty.
We had Patty, and you should have.
But I was in a hurry. When I came in, Danny said, get these pictures going right quick. And I was like,
she only got in like 15, 20 minutes before the show started. And I was like, we got to have these pictures up. We got to have this done, you know?
Yeah. So we were right.
Okay.
And turkey babies. You can show them.
Oh, where are they? Oh, there they are. Okay. I didn't even know you had them.
We had, a couple of weeks ago, we had these turkey babies born. We had 7. But guys, something happened to 3 of them. Turkeys are always hard, but we've got 4 left. So they're hanging in there. They're doing good. I had to get out and chase one the other day and put it back in the pen because they can still go through that little wire sometimes.
They are beautiful. Danny will have 2 babies in his arms and Wanda will one so she can help deal with the wedding stuff. Congrats. We got more grandkids than most people have. Fleas on the dog, I believe. It seems like every time we turn around, we got grandkids.
How do I keep my hands from getting sore when you do that much peeling and dicing? Well, I did the pears the other day, but Danny's done a lot of them. So my hands are feeling right well.
These hands right here, you see them hands?
They're sore. This is how I keep my hands from...
This is how she keeps her hands from being sore and tired. Mine are like leather. I mean, you look at it.
I did all the carrots.
They're like leather.
And I did most of the lard. Amanda finished the lard off after she got some of the carrots and stuff done. But I did about maybe close to 3/4 of the box of lard, cutting it up. So my hands do hurt. But the pears, Danny did them. So my hands don't hurt.
I've done all of the pears today except Amanda done some, but she
I did most of them.
She took care of the other end of the operation.
Amanda was at her grandmother's, and I did pears one day while she was gone.
Yeah.
So we've been just back and forth.
Look, guys, with what's coming in this country, you need to be doing this every day. You need to be putting food up because you're going to need it. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what they're trying to blow smoke up your tail or whatever. You need to be canning an extra amount. We're getting stuff in daily that's talking about food shortages. People are showing signs from not just Walmart, Kroger's, and stores I ain't never heard of. I didn't know these stores existed. And guys,
Well, I was going to tell you, I had a friend in Arizona. She lives near the Grand Canyon, and she sends me messages all the time. And she was talking about their monsoon, and I'm always fascinated by her letters because when they live off grid. Literally off grid. They're way off from everybody, and the only water they have is what they catch during the monsoon period. And if they get any extra water, they have to go into town. They have rain catchment systems, they have barrels, and when the monsoon comes through, that's the majority of their water. Well, she sent me a message. I got it today or yesterday or something. I was reading it today, this morning. And she said that the monsoons were not happening like they were supposed to. where she's at, and she was reading a book, and I forgot what it was called. Cold something. She said it talked about the grand solar minimum, that the monsoons were out of whack in their area.
They are, because the La Nina just played out in the Pacific, and we're into what's called a neutral system right now, which is pushing the jet stream further north with everything, and it's throwing everything out of whack.
Yeah.
Beth says, Danny, what do you do? I guess I missed it. What do you do when you're not growing anything right now? Beth, we're growing tons of stuff right now.
We have lots growing.
We've got butter peas, rattlesnake beans, tons of okra, sweet potatoes. I just planted new tomato seeds.
Popcorn.
I've got popcorn coming up. Peanuts. Sugar cane.
What else is out there?
Peppers. We got peppers. We got
red river
peas
up
about that tall. Yeah. We are
in major growing season.
Massively growing. Plus, we're putting up tons of meat.
Yeah. Yeah, we just started back with the meat, and decided. We decided just to ramp the meat up, and so that's what we're doing right now. Amanda loves to can, so
yeah,
we just put her to work.
Get after it, girl. They're talking about, Tracy's talking about the leaves are turning there. The leaves are falling here like crazy. Now, it could be because it's been 120 degrees every day, but...
we want to keep Sinclair's wife in prayer. She's having surgery in 2 weeks. She has cancer.
Nadia says, I do not understand why our government does not warn us of what's coming. They do not do it because they don't want to start a panic in this country.
Mary, that's it. Cold Climate by Anita Bailey. That's the name of the book. She said it's very interesting that people should read that book. So if you guys, Cold Climate, you might want to check it out. It talks about the grand solar minimum and what happened. I don't know if in her area and other areas, I'm not sure. It may talk about everywhere, but she was saying in her area. Can chickens eat popcorn kernels? I don't know. Can you?
Yeah. I don't know why they can't.
They eat corn.
They eat regular corn. I know popcorn's a lot harder, but I think it would probably be
Now, Tracy's saying they're cold there and it's not normal.
No, we're the last thing in the world from cold, girl. I'm going to tell you something. It was 112 here today, heat index.
Now, Jim and I, we've noticed that too. Our leaves are falling. It looks like fall. The leaves are just raining down.
And the acorns are falling all over the ground.
And the back deck was covered in tiny little acorns are just falling.
Dan, what do you think of geoengineering? I do believe it's happening. I believe it's real. I believe that they're using it to, I believe they're seeding the clouds to either take the water out of them or to steer the storms. I think they're doing a lot of that stuff.
Mari said it's been raining in South Florida almost every day for 4 weeks. Wow.
Wow.
Do you have a list for starters on how they can prep? Okay, this was something that I did. Danny hasn't even looked at what I put, and I forgot what I put this morning. For you to kind of give them a brief synopsis of things that they can do to start prepping. I know food is one.
Yeah, food and water, that's your two.
Water. And then other things besides that.
Lots of other things after that. And I'm missing tons and tons of it.
Well, they can repost, but talk about that because of the prepping side of it.
Hold on. How do I save them for seed potatoes for next year? Susie, it depends on what zone you live in. If you live in a hot zone, you're not going to be able to do it. If you live in a cool zone, you just got to store them out in a dark area, away from any kind of apples or anything like that, so that they don't try to sprout. And keep the humidity low. We've got one troll in here, I see.
Yeah, they're taking care of it. 2 families got it. So talk about the prepping. That was the one thing. Other things besides food and water. And I'll watch this.
Well, I've got videos up about that. I don't have to.
There's different things. Just give them some.
Well, you're going to want to prep a lot of your. You're going to want to prep some kitchen supplies. You're going to want to prep herbs. You're going to want to prep hand tools. You're going to want to prep ways to get water out of wells, ways to purify water. There's so many. You could go on for hours talking about things to prep with.
But to start out with,
You're gonna need your basics.
Basics.
You're gonna need some seeds that are heirloom seeds. You're gonna need fertile ground. You're gonna need tools to work that ground. You're gonna need water. You're gonna need a way to get water. You're gonna need some dehydrated food. So you're gonna need water to rehydrate that food with. I mean, you're gonna
medicine.
need. You're gonna need
Or
if
some
you have
way to have some type of medicine.
sort of physical problems and you have to have medication. You're gonna know how to do that naturally versus trying to come up with a synthetic drug like most people buy today.
Barter. Learn to barter.
You'll have to learn to barter with people. That's right. I mean,
Skills. Learn how to cook from scratch.
Yes.
Learn how to forage in the woods around you and know what you can and can't eat and how to make it something you would eat.
Diane, no, I've never heard of tiger nuts. Never have.
How are we storing water for long-term storage?
Mike, we really don't have to at this point. We have some wells that we've drilled on our property.
Plus,
and
we have more natural water.
We've got more natural water here than we know what to do with. But I realize that it could be contaminated. So at this point, I'm looking into some water purification systems, trying to contact some companies, trying to work out some deals to maybe do some reviews here on our channel about different water purification systems. So that's down the road. I'm working on that. Marketing just takes time.
Yeah, and we're not sure which ones. Beth asked him how much flour and sugar.
Depends on how much you use.
Yeah.
Every family's different. We don't use any flour, so
I don't use a lot. I use a little for me, so I can do without flour if I have to. Almond flour is a different subject, and I have to buy all that, so I try to keep some for him. But if you make a lot of stuff with flour, I would say you'd need a lot because most people go through at least a 5-pound bag a week. So there's no way you're going to start cutting back. You're not going to use flour. You're going to cut back to what you can eat, what you have on hand. And for us, we don't use a lot of flour anyway. Sugar is something else. We don't use that much. We use more for canning purposes than we do cooking purposes. So,
Mr. Ed says, I'm near a pond, and this is a dumb question, but can pond water be purified enough to drink? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it can.
Wildcat Hollow. He's in Missouri now. He's made it, and Petra's still in Germany until January.
Until January. Okay, great.
We're hoping to get to meet them. I want to be able to meet Petra.
We've cut out a lot of our flour, Florida Homesteader says. We have too because we know the grain is going to be extremely hard to come by.
And I've started cutting out. I've done this before. I'll cut out a lot of butter, almost to the point we don't use butter. And then we'll get back slowly, gradually, using a little bit of loam. I've started making things without butter again. And just because you have to get used to the taste of things, and you don't want to just all of a sudden have to stop using everything you're used to, then it'll mess with your mind. So we gradually work things out of our food supply.
80 crawls are, they're right, because these are things we don't talk about a lot. Blankets, towels, rags, extra socks, underclothes, long sleeve shirts, stuff for cold weather. Because
cold weather.
If we're going into the grand solar minimum, like I said, we're going to get colder. So you're going to need stuff to stay warm with.
Yeah, I store up all kinds of blankets. I never get rid of a blanket unless it's totally wore, slam out. Sheets. Old sheets. We had a person give us about 25 old sheets, and Danny says, what are you doing with all those sheets? I said, well, we can use them on the bed if we need to. We can cover, like if it's too cold, you can always cover your plants with sheets. If you need bandages, you can use those sheets and rip them up for bandages. I mean, you can make dish towels and stuff out of old sheets. There's endless supplies. You can make clothes out of them if you had to.
Bennett says, what is the best animals to have in a disaster?
Some that will forage for their own
food. You're going to need
food.
animals that can forage for their own food. Chickens, stuff like that are fine. But, really, Wanda and I don't raise rabbits anymore because we don't need to, but rabbits is something that reproduces really rapidly.
And if we
and they can eat grass and weeds and anything like that, so rabbits is a good one.
And we were hoping to get back into rabbits sometime, but we just hadn't yet. That'll be further after we get through with the cabin and get that out of the way. It's too much to handle everything at once. Things that you should prep, and I meant to do a video on this and I didn't get it done. Things for washing dishes and things like that. I'm going to do a video on that later on Crazy Days, maybe by next weekend.
What's good for barter items? Joe, that depends on where you live and who lives around you. Here where I live, I mean, we bolts and nuts and canned goods, plow parts, PVC.
We have neighbors that we barter canned goods. He loves to barter for canned goods. He doesn't can. He's by himself. So if Danny needs a nut or a bolt that he has, or a piece of pipe or pipe fittings, he says, just bring me a jar or something.
Yeah, if he has something over there I need, I call him our good neighbor.
He's a deep south neighbor.
He's a deep south neighbor. You know, we do tons of bartering back and forth between one another. Money hardly ever changes hands with us.
Yeah, and a Berkey. That's what you were talking about earlier.
Well, a Berkey, or there's actually several other ones out there. There's Venture Pure. You know, there's tons of them. I'm looking into all of them.
Yeah, and somebody asked about the tablets. Can't you get those at Walmart?
Yes, you can get water purification tablets at Walmart. You can get the straws at Walmart. They're very cheap. You know, there's no sense in ever. You can get the liquid even.
Yeah, we have some of that stored.
We keep that in our backpacks.
It's just good to have for any reason, because you don't know what the water's like in places. So,
and if you're looking to store bleach long term, the liquid is not the way to go. You need to buy the tablets or the powder form. That will last for years and years and years.
Cheap on Amazon as well.
Just learn to use the right mixtures so that you don't chemically poison yourself.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I was going to visit my daughters today, so I was dressed up a little bit. And
yeah, I'm not dressed up. I'm just in my old Odie green shirt. You know, I'm all.
Well, I didn't have time to change really, so I had to wear what I had on. Somebody saying cigarettes and beer. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of people that.
Yes.
If you have that stuff, they're gonna be wanting it, because that's gonna be a big barter item.
A big barter item. Like I have tobacco seeds. I can plant tobacco plants, and I can probably barter tobacco.
Yeah, but after
for a lot of things, yeah.
But if you have the money and want to, you could liquor, anything like that. They're going to be wanting all of it.
Yes, music. Well, Alexa Pro is really the best, to be honest with you, for the money.
What's part of Walmart? In the camping goods section.
It's in the camping section.
Go to the camping section. You'll find a lot of stuff there that you don't know is even back there. Yeah, paracord, tarps, zip ties, any kind of thing like that.
Have y'all heard about the protesting in Portland? It is breaking out everywhere.
No, because we haven't been paying anything to attention today.
We don't really watch TV anyway, but we've been canning so much that we haven't even looked, because I do check the stock market on a daily basis, but other than that.
Good shoes. Now, Danny and I have a couple of 3 pair of shoes stuck up that I found on sale for like $5 or $6. They were marked down from $25 to, and when Walmart runs sales where they're discounting things, if it's a shoe that we like, I'll buy them and stick them up, because our feet don't change. The size of our shoes are the same. So you might want to think of things like that. Is if you're a grown person, your feet are not going to change, so you can stick up a couple of pair of shoes.
Terry, yes, I have a little bit. I can tell you a little bit about putting a shed house on your daughter's property. You don't want to go with something that's completely surrounded with metal, because if you do, the sun heats it up. It's like being in a giant oven. You want a metal roof, and they make this 50-year siding that you can put on the outside of it. You need plenty of windows, front doors, back doors, where you can get a draft through it. You want your studs to be on 16-inch centers and not 24-inch centers. If you're up north, you want 2x6 studs, not 2x4 studs. There's lots of things there. You want to make sure that there's proper bracing in it. that the ceiling joists are at least every 2 feet apart, not 3 feet or 4 feet apart on it. So there's several things there to consider.
Salt, salt, and more salt.
Yes,
That's one thing we have lots of is salt.
We store salt.
It's
what
got
about
multiple uses, and you want to have salt.
They said, what about a ham radio? Well, a ham radio is good if you're a ham operator, but here where we're at, they have contacted me and wanted me to become a ham operator, but really, I'm not interested in it right now because I don't really see the benefit of it at this moment.
Medical supplies is one of them. We keep a crazy supply. We had somebody send us an extra box of medical supplies, and we keep Doterra oils because I am a Doterra wellness advocate. I do have Doterra. The oils are good for indefinite if they're not opened, and even if you open them, they're good for years usually. And so Doterra is a really good oil to have. There's others out there, but we use Doterra. We keep a supply of them. If you have medical problems, you might want to check into essential oils and if they can help you, and especially to have them for long-term storage.
Yeah, I've been actually using one of the Doterra oils. I've never been a real big fan up until now. I started having some physical issues. I've tried other oils, didn't seem to work, but the Doterra, and I'm going to do a video on it coming up pretty soon. It has made all the difference in the world, this particular oil that I've been using, and I will do a video on it here shortly because it has become really something that has made a believer out of me.
I think Mark put my link up for me, but you guys, we have what is called a Home Essentials Pack. If you guys have never used oils before, go check out, from my link that Mark put up, go check the Home Essential Oils up. It has every oil in it that you would need as a homeowner to have to get started. And it's a wonderful way to get used to it and learn. And I can shoot you the link for a book to help you know how to use them and what to use them for and all kinds of stuff. If you're interested, just email me and check out the link on the Home Essentials, because that is one of the best deals out there to get you started with the whole kit.
Yeah, for long-term storage during an SHTF or an LCE, whatever you want to call it, we highly recommend that particular kit.
And then things like aspirin, or if you use Tylenol and Motrin or anything like that, those type things, stomach, like Pepto-Bismol and all, that kind of stuff. Doterra does have oils for that. But if you are just prepping from Walmart or wherever, stomach items, headache items, something to relieve pain, like joint pain and stuff, all that kind of stuff.
Okay, I'm just looking at some of the comments. What size is your cabin going to be in any way I could get your floor plan, Terry? Ours is a 16 by 32 with an 8-foot porch on 2 sides of it. And yeah, I guess I could.
You can sketch. He sketched it out at some point, but you never finished the total sketch.
I never finished the complete floor drawing, but I could. It has a loft in it and everything. I guess I could probably finish that and do a video on it in the future.
Yeah. Another thing with the essential oils, you can cook with them. Like if you get the rosemary, the oregano, turmeric, lemon, wild orange, any of those can be cooked with.
Yes.
They can be used in your cooking. All your citruses and stuff can be used cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
So the oils are not just for medical, they're used in cleaning and cooking. You've got a whole variety of stuff here that you can use. So anybody that signs up with me, I send them some of the items that I have, some of the cleaning recipes, some of the cooking recipes, and things like that, so that they can kind of get started to know. And then once you get people started, they just skyrocket with it and they figure their own things out. It just takes getting people used to it.
Carolyn Scott said, would we be content in an off-grid cabin all the time and not have your house close by for change? We'd love to have an off-grid place to stay in for getaway, but not permanently.
That's probably going to be a little bit of what we do.
Well,
we're wanting to transition.
We
there,
want to
but
make the transition, but we're not through with it far enough to do
Yeah.
that yet. You know, because it's just too hot.
Okay, somebody's asking about the wholesale versus retail. Okay, so with Doterra, if you just want to go on there and order something, you order retail, you pay full price. If you want to become a wholesale customer, it's like Sam's Club. It is $35 a year, unless you order one of their kits. And it'll tell you with the kit, like the Home Essentials or the Family Essentials or some of those, your $35 is free. You would get a year's free subscription with the kit. But the wholesale and retail prices is like 25% difference. You get a 25% discount for a whole year on everything you buy. If you become a wholesale customer.
The question was asked, did we put solar on our cabin yet? The answer is no. We're still looking into solar. We're trying to get our cabin a lot further along. It will be generator ready very shortly.
And we're going to be testing it.
And we'll be doing some testing with a generator to know how many watts we're actually going to need to run our cabin efficiently before we actually look into a solar system.
Yes, Teresa, you can sign up for personal use. When you sign up as a wholesale customer, all you're doing is signing up to buy wholesale for a year. If you want to sign up as a wellness advocate, that means you want to share with others and you want to turn it into a business. It doesn't cost you any more to become a wellness advocate. It's the same thing, $35 a year. But I would advise, if you don't want to sell or anything, just sign up as a wholesale customer is what you do.
BSO says, you want I send you a panel to play with?
Sure.
Sure, I
Talking
would
about
love a
solar
panel, I guess.
Yeah.
Depends on how many watts it is. If it's an 80 or whatever, 100 and something watt. Because we're actually looking at a company to design a solar system for our cabin in the future.
Yeah, he's been looking. No, the cabin does not have a root cellar. We did not put anything underneath it.
We don't have a root cellar in the cabin.
And fish antibiotics. Somebody's saying something about those. And Teresa says her children also use those.
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of those things that once you get started, you get hooked and you find more and more uses. There's recipes, there's books telling how to use them, and all. It's pretty good. It's a way to store things long term and not worry about them going bad. Is what I'm getting at.
I'm reading comments. That's all. It's what RVers. Battleborn is what many RVers are using.
And I'm not sure
what Battleborn is. It's got to be some kind of medication, I'm sure. But
or either something for water. I'm not sure.
Probably for water treatment. I think I read that Doterra sells turmeric for internal use. Let me tell you something about oils.
Yes.
Do not take any oil on it unless you read the label.
Yeah.
Because a lot of your oils, except Doterra, now Doterra's not this way, but a lot of your oils use turpentine, soy, and all this kind of stuff as the carrier for it. And it will, on it, the bottle, it will say not for internal use. If you find an oil like that, do not use it externally. Don't use it at all.
Don't use it internally.
Don't use it internally. Don't use it externally. If it doesn't say for internal use, do not use it, period.
I would suggest, and I know most people would say it's not, they may not have the money, but buy you a lavender from any company, Walmart, lots of companies. There's companies all over the place. Buy a lavender, order a Doterra lavender, and smell of the two, and see the difference. Once you get used to what lavender's supposed to smell like, when you pick any other lavender up, you smell chemicals.
Yeah.
And you'll know it's not a true lavender.
Lois, I feel okay. I still have a lot of problems with my heart. Every day of my life, I go through it. It stops, it starts, it stops, it starts, it races, it does all these things, but that's become life for me. I don't worry about it anymore. Jen says her root cellar has humidity. Can I store things or will it mold? It will mold, but you can put a dehumidifier in it and usually correct that.
Okay, and almond oil is a good carrier. We use coconut oil. I
Yes.
use fractionated coconut oil, but almond oil will
Almond
work.
oil will go rancid on you,
And
though.
Young Living is one of the other oils a lot of people do use. Wanda does the sunlight affect your pantry in the dining room? No. Danny plans on putting doors.
I'm going to be putting doors
We
on.
talked about that this week, but we rotate out so fast. The things that go into the pantry don't stay there less than a month. And we usually have rotated it out within a month. So nothing is staying exposed to the sun for very long.
Not for very long.
But we are putting doors on it. That's in the future. Sometime soon, probably. All right, Battleborn is a brand of battery. Okay, I've got you. Okay, now I understand.
That'd be great, yeah.
When the lard is done and ready to can.
Steve, Steve, when you're cooking lard, you cook it very slowly and at a low temperature, but when the bubbles quit rising in it and it just gets smooth across the top and all of your lard pieces are floated to the top and they have like a hard feel on the outside of them, it's time to shut it off and get it out, because if you don't, it'll turn brown on you because you'll overheat it.
Did you see about some salmon dying in Alaska?
No. I haven't. I told you I haven't watched. I haven't done anything. We've just been canning like crazy for 3 days.
Okay, there's the black pea, and they thought it was a bug.
Oh no!
You kept moving, and it was
It's an ink
moving.
pen. Where am I at here? There we go. Okay, over this way. It's just an ink pen.
Somebody thought it was a bug because when you moved, it looked like it was crawling on you.
Yeah, it's just an ink pen.
The need to prep and why. That's what I was. The need to prep and why. That's what I put in the description.
Yeah, we will. Look at Cindy says magnesium for your heart. Soak your feet in Epsom salt. So yeah, I know. I've done everything. It is what it is. I'm probably gonna live till I die. That's the way I look at it.
Pretty much.
Yeah. The need to prep and why.
Well, any life-changing event is the need to prep.
You need to prep regardless.
Even
if you have perfect health.
Have some supply of food and stuff in case the power goes out, in case you lose your job. I mean, you could break a leg and be sitting in your house for 2 weeks and nobody comes by to give you anything, but then you better have some food or something. There's always reasons to prep, and that's what we try to tell people is prep because of life.
Yeah. There's Gossmania dropping in.
Yeah.
Robin and I just got back from working on his truck.
Oh, he sent a message saying he's probably going to be here tomorrow. I meant to tell you that. I just come in, so I'm having to catch him up on.
I don't know anything, so.
But we'll see y'all tomorrow.
I haven't seen her all day. I saw her early this morning, and I just seen her a few minutes ago. So we're just.
So Gossmania is probably going to come tomorrow if they got their truck.
Okay.
What they needed done. All right.
Yeah. So BSO says yes. Prepping is just common sense. I mean, it doesn't matter if you have perfect health, lots of money, great job, whatever. Still prep.
Yeah, I had a story I wanted to tell too. I think I told you this yesterday. Someone sent me a message saying that a repairman came into their house. I think it was a Verizon or something, and saw all her canned goods on her cabinet, and said he goes, "Oh, you're a prepper," and she says, "No," he says, "Oh, you prep," and she says, "Don't you?" And said he looked at her kind of funny, and she said, "Well, what if you lose your job? Do you have enough food to feed your family? They're going to get hungry." And so he says, "Wait a minute," and he got to thinking about it, and he says, "Tell me what I need to do." So she kind of gave him a list of some things to prep for, to think about. And 6 months later, he came back to her house, knocked on her door with his family, his wife and his kids, and he says, "We're alive today because of you. You gave me a list. I went and done it." And he said 3 or 4 weeks after he talked to her, he got laid off, and he didn't have any money. So the prepping he did in those 3 or 4 weeks saved his family a lot, and it was wonderful. So that's why you prep.
Joe said he lost his job and became a prepper.
Yeah.
It does. Usually, it takes a rude awakening of some sort of a, life-changing event. That's the term we use to literally decide that you need to do these things.
Can you take seeds from the vegetables you buy in the supermarket and keep them, and how long will they keep?
Probably not, because most of them have been irradiated, and any living enzyme in them has been killed. All food in the supermarkets have been irradiated, so they've had radiation run through them. So I would not trust them.
And it doesn't mean that
that they won't come up.
Some might.
Most of them are probably a hybrid, and you don't know what you're going to get anyway. So I wouldn't do it. I would just purchase the seeds.
Okay. I did find elderberry at her husband's dad's house and picked some elderberry. Our life-changing event was a triple bypass at 47. Yes, Cedar Creek, you're very right.
Yes, yes.
It makes a huge difference when you have a health issue.
Yes, I totally agree.
Seems like nobody wants to help, and you're totally on your own, and you wonder how you make it through things.
And by the way, Cedar Creek is a great channel, y'all. I watch it. I watch it a lot. And I don't do a lot of commenting, but I do watch it.
Danny's bouncing on everybody.
I bounce around everywhere. I love the porch talks that he gives. I mean, the food shortage he's been doing here lately. I love all this stuff, mainly because he wears overalls like me most of the time.
I know he's kind of partial to that.
I am kind of partial.
You don't even have them on now.
Well, no, I've been canning all day, and I just kept my race.
He's
been sitting in the kitchen canning all day. But go check out Cedar Creek Homestead. It's really a good channel.
Yeah, Gosmanians was the loss of their daughter.
Yeah.
In 2017.
Sometimes God has mysterious ways of waking us up.
Okay, Neosporin.
Neosporin is just a good antibiotic.
Well, he says he's got Neosporin for bartering tools, so that is a good.
Yeah.
That's another good idea. You can go on and on with medical. If you go to Walmart, you can just walk through the pharmacy aisles, and alcohol, peroxide. I mean, all this stuff is good. Band-Aids.
Yeah.
So, lots of people have had life-changing.
I'm sitting here looking at all the different life-changing events.
Where do you buy seeds?
Well,
we save most of them.
When I buy seeds, is it, because Monsanto owns about 85% of all seed companies out there, and they do it through parent companies. But when I do buy seeds, I either buy through Pantry seed company. I have done some Baker's Creek. I don't do a lot of Baker's Creek, but I have done some. Mostly Hoss Tool now.
Yeah, Hoss Tools are go-to now, and there's a link in the description, guys. If you hadn't checked out Hoss Tools, check them out. They're starting to carry a huge variety
of seeds. It's good mainly for the southern part of the United States. I mean, some of them are good for the north, but I mean.
Yeah, they're getting a wide variety. Next year, I'm sure they're going to have way more than they've got this year. They cover all the basics, and they're adding steadily, and they're growing some of their own seeds and going to have them for sale next year.
Well, we're helping them get some of their seeds out. We've given them seeds to help them get started in varieties that were almost gone. And they're going to be putting them on their list too.
I think it's going to be awesome.
Let's see here.
Does that mean not to can grocery items? I live in an apartment. No, we can we can from the grocery store too.
You can can from the grocery store.
The carrots, I'll just tell y'all because we haven't got videos up right now, but it's coming. The carrots that we canned these last couple of days came from the grocery store in a markdown box.
They're going to throw them away.
Yeah. And so we got carrots, and hey, 12 pounds of carrots, I ain't throwing them away. If they're good, they're going to be canned.
Just for pennies.
Yeah.
Literal pennies.
So, I mean, guys, if you get those bargains, go for them.
Go for them.
If they've got fruit, say they've got on the markdown aisle, they've got a lot of fruit laying there that's half price, maybe $1 for a big bag of fruit that's usually $5. Dehydrate it, can it, make something out of it, whatever you can do. Go for those sales. Washing powder is another one. Somebody mentioned all the things to make washing powder. I've also been looking at buying up liquid washing powder because it will last a long time. When they run those sales that I can get liquid washing powder with no scent and stuff in it for, I think I got 2 of them for $5 or $6, something like that. they're usually $5 or $6 a piece. So I'd go ahead and get the liquid washing soap too. Dishwashing soap. I'm big on that. It's really hard to make these things. And granted, I know it won't last forever, but if you need some and you don't have money to go buy some and you've got a stash, it really helps to go shopping in your own pantry instead of having to go to town. My nose is itching. Who's talking about us?
I'm sure there's a lot of people in here talking about us.
I'm guessing.
I'm sitting here looking at all the comments. People are talking about things their family's done. Some of the LCEs in their life that's happened. Y'all go back if you don't. Pull the chat up on this and read some of the chat. I think you'll be encouraged.
They're saying silver for wound care.
That's exactly right.
I have a silver machine that I make colloidal silver, and not many people have that, but it is a way if you invest in a silver machine to make your silver. You need the pure silver rods and things like that. And
silver is really a good deal because silver and zinc, either one of them, I mean, nothing can grow. Bacteria will not grow in the presence of silver.
Mo Homestead says they're trying to convince their daughter-in-law to can from their farmer's market, and I believe they should.
Richard says, Danny, do you believe we will be outnumbered politically by other groups? Richard, if I forgot how to put this, if more illegals are allowed to come into the country and more illegals are allowed to vote, then the left-wing party, I'm going to say that, if it can grow in popularity, then the conservatives will be outnumbered, and then the left wings at some point could probably take over. I mean, I know some stuff I can't talk about on here. I'm just having to keep it generic. Actually, we've got this presidential election coming up. Shouldn't be a big deal, but the one after that is the one we really got to watch.
Okay, somebody asked about meds. How do you keep meds good past their expiration date? I don't know with medicine. Danny or I, neither one take any type of medication. We live with what we have going on, and that's the way we do. But some meds, I would say, may be good past their expiration date, but I couldn't tell you which ones.
A lot of them lose their potency.
So you're on your own with the pharmaceuticals, because I am not a pharmaceutical person. I couldn't tell you.
Teresa, we have a video up on how to make a colloidal silver machine. It's way back in the mix somewhere. As long as you have the rods are a little expensive.
And it has to be 99.99% pure silver. Do not buy any other type of silver.
Right.
Because you don't want other metals,
heavy metals in there.
with it. And
it's very easy to make. The machine that we show on YouTube is very easy to make. The colloidal silver can be made in a couple of hours, and it's just good for you.
Doesn't take anything for his heart. No. Danny doesn't take anything.
I don't take anything.
He just lives with it.
I just live with it from day to day.
Never use insulin after the expiration date. So see, some of these women and men or nurses or doctors, they're telling you, don't do this. Because we don't take meds, so I don't know anything about it. I couldn't tell you. And I wouldn't want to, I'm not a doctor, so I couldn't tell you anyway.
Right.
And even with like Doterra, I can't tell you what you can and can't take. I can only tell you I can offer it to you. You can do the research. You can see if it'll work for you. That's what these oils are for you to research out, and I can help you research. We have a Facebook group. Amanda is heading that, and she's always popping in ideas and stuff in the Facebook group for you with oils.
Papa Truck says, taking too much silver will turn you blue. That's actually a myth.
Yes, I did multiple researches on that for years.
The man that actually happened to was abusing the liquid.
He drank, I forgot if it was a pint or a quart or something of silver a day.
I think it was a quart a day.
2 years.
For 2 years, he drank a quart of silver a day.
And he did not make it properly.
Right.
And so if you do not make it properly, it will build up in your system. You need a colloidal silver. That means the silver is what do you call it? Suspended in the water.
Yeah, yeah.
Something. Anyway, there's a difference. And back in that time, he abused it. And just like anything, if you take too much of something, it's going to do something to your system.
Maddie Girl says, Danny, what do you use for pain? Meditation. All I do is sit down, get still.
And quiet.
It's one of the things you learn in survival. In case you get hurt, you learn how to meditate, and you learn how to take your pain away mentally.
Yeah.
Now, there's some pains you're not going to take away mentally, like a kidney stone pain or something like that. I can relieve it, but I can't take it away.
Okay, somebody said something about the election.
What do you need to look out for with elections after next?
I guess after the next election?
After
something? Did you say something about that?
No. Oh, yeah, I did. I talked about.
Okay, Susan says she's a doctor, and most meds are fine past their expiration date. But about how long, they give them an idea, a year past or whatever.
What I did say was they're probably good through this election that's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
But the one after that's the one that the third, or the liberal parties will probably more than likely win that one.
Yeah. All right, so I'm getting sleepy.
Let's see here. Well, it's 9 o'clock. No wonder we still got a lot to do here.
Abundantly blessed as they butchered 40 pounds of pork and peeled 72
oranges
Woo!
for Kenny. Whoa!
I got to show this because I was about to forget it. I had these sent to me today. Y'all look at this. The Home Comfort Cookbook. And if you don't know what a home comfort is, I'm fixing to show you. You find it. Look at this. This cookbook tells you how to use this stove and everything, but it also has awesome recipes in it. So thank you for this book. And then the other one is called The Herbalist. The lady that sent these to me said that she had these books and that I think she said her grandmother left them to her and she loved them. So she found them online for me, and I haven't had time to sit down and look because I just got them. And I've just been glancing through them since when I was sitting here getting ready for the live stream. And these are old books, guys. And you can find these online on Amazon. If you know what you're looking for, you can find these old books. Okay.
Oh, let's see. It takes a ton of bad stuff to do it. I'm going to keep it up long.
Old South says they have that home comfort stove. Wow.
Oh, that's nice.
And Brenda said that was her kind of stove.
That's nice.
It actually gives you the directions on how to do that stove. I was reading it to Danny a few minutes ago, and it would tell you what to do with each knob and how to redo everything, and even about the smoke going out the chimney and everything.
Paulus, candlelight. Big thunderstorm just knocked out their lights.
What's good
for high blood pressure? Okra. Oh no, that's
high blood pressure.
No, that's not. Garlic.
Garlic.
Any of your psylliums are
Yeah.
probably good for high blood pressure.
How long does colloidal silver last? When I make mine, I'll make about a quart, and if we don't really need any, it'll last a year or so. And usually I'll make mine in the wintertime. And over the winter I'll use about a quart, but very seldom. With Danny and I have not had to even do that. We don't get sick very often. So I'm out now and it's time for me to make some. Are you a gunsmith?
Am I a gunsmith?
He knows a lot about guns.
I know a lot about guns. I know I can take them back apart, put them together, clean them, rebuild parts of them. But
he's made
I've actually built entire guns.
Yeah, he made his daddy one.
I built my dad an entire gun one time. So I wouldn't call myself a gunsmith, but I know a lot about guns.
He likes guns.
I like guns. Yeah. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. That's my
Some
theory.
people were saying super glue, I think.
For what?
No way, they said super glad. Okay, I was thinking super glue for some reason, but I miss reading comments, guys. I'm getting tired.
Super glad.
Abundantly Blessed is going to email you pics of the pantry. Just started last January. Okay.
Okay, that would be great.
She's the one that says she's sending me. She's making a cup. I think she's going to send you and Amanda one too.
Okay.
But she makes them and she's going to send us. She says stuff tastes better in a homemade cup.
I'm sure it
Especially
does.
my coffee.
Hello, Miss Tori. Glad to see you came in tonight.
Oh, the gathering. Yes, we might as well mention. I keep forgetting. We are going to be doing the gathering March 21st of next year at the Westside Community Center here in Wiggins. So if you're interested, we'll have more information in the next couple of months about that. I've not had time to do more planning, but I've got a supply of people helping, and we're going to get started sometime in September to October planning the details.
I like Hannah's analogy. Pencils don't write. It takes a person behind it to write.
Mm-hmm.
The same applies to guns. Yes.
When you make your next batch of silver, could you please do a video? I will. I will try to do that. I can't say my silver turns out the same way every time. Used to, I was very religious with it, and when I made it when my kids were little, it stayed the same consistency all the time. But since Danny and I've gotten married, I go put the machine on and I forget about it.
Yeah.
I have to stay religious with it and do it exactly at the same time every time.
Right.
I get a little haphazard done.
Every now and then. Every now and then. Yeah. Anyway, guys, we're running over our time. We need to jump off of here, but we need to have a moment of prayer first. This past week, there's been a lot of shootings, and I know the reasons behind it. Let me say that. It doesn't change the fact that good people will lose sleep because of senseless killings. You know, I mean, there's nothing you can say about that. It's wrong. No matter how wrong something is, you can't undo what's done. And that's the sad part about it. These people will never have back, the ones that were lost. And it doesn't matter what you say, it's not going to change any of it. But I don't know, I'm just going to stop at that because it's totally senseless what's going on. Brenda says from the 29th she'll have a Bob on her lung. We need prayers for our country.
Charlotte
needs prayers for my brother, has stage 4 liver cancer.
Bandana grandma.
Has severe Crohn's disease, getting blood transfusions for blood loss, severe pain, major weight loss. Guys, illness, it's everywhere. I mean, we see it here on a daily basis. I'm not immune.
No.
I have heart issues every day. I've had them during this live stream. I've just learned to psychologically deal with them a lot. Doesn't mean that one time may be the last time for me. I don't know. But I know where I'm going when I leave here, and that gives me comfort.
Beth, it's the 1-year anniversary of their son's death.
Yes, y'all remember Beth, the loss of her husband?
Not her son.
I mean her son. I'm sorry, not her husband, but her son. I was looking at another comment
I
up there
know,
while I
I
was
saw
reading
it
that,
too.
where it says, pray for husbands, the 1-year anniversary of our son, Beth.
Yeah, for my husband and I, that's what she said, and then you're reading and trying to keep it in thoughts while you're talking.
While I'm talking, I'm reading all of the comments.
Cockeyed said, hey Cockeyed, I haven't seen them in a little while. I was diagnosed with thyroid, but don't have a thyroid gland for 26 years. Wow. Now, that runs in my family, so that's something that almost all of my family has. So Danny said at some point I'll probably have some issues with that too.
Yeah, I mean, coccidiosis cancer,
it's
thyroid cancer, and she don't even have a thyroid. You know,
Yeah,
so,
and that's a tough one because I had an aunt that had to deal with that. That's
yeah,
very, very tough.
yeah. So I'm not immune. I've lost a spouse. You know, what I mean, none of us are immune to things. I lost one at a young age. It just, you don't know when something will happen. That's why we tell people to prep, prep, prep. If I had not prepared like I did before I lost my wife several years ago, for several years I would have starved to death. And then when Wanda and I got married, we actually used the same prepping items for quite some time till we got on our feet again.
Yeah.
So it's very important to prep for what's going on.
And it's very important to know where you're going, to be saved, to know your Savior.
Yes.
That is very, very important.
Knowing your destination is probably the greatest.
That is the most important thing, and then nothing else matters. If you live your life that way and you know what's going to happen,
yes,
it gives you a peace of mind.
It does.
And doesn't mean that things won't bother you. They still gonna bother you. He still hurts.
Still hurt. I'm not immune to it. You know, I can choose to be bitter about it, but I don't. Hyder says more videos on the grand solar minimum, please. I am working on that. I will probably be doing some more.
Sinclair, how much?
That depends on how sober. Depends on how sober you want to be. Okay. Anyway, we need to pray where we can get off here. We still got a ton of stuff to do tonight before we go to bed. So let's go to the Lord in prayer.
And remember my daughters and my mom.
Okay. Father, we are so thankful that you've been so good to us. I mean, it's been an awesome week. It's been a tiring week, but we've been able to prepare and put up a lot of stuff. Thank you for leading us into the direction of finding these goods to put up. Thank you for making the financial resources available. Thank you for giving us the deals that you gave us. They were outstanding. Father, we pray for each and every one here tonight who is looking to prep up and to store things, Father. I pray that you put things in their path at a very reasonable cost so that they are able to prepare and prep up also for life-changing events in their life. And Lord, for those that are battling cancers and other illnesses and diseases, and Father, just anything physical like that that's bothering them and is harming their bodies, Lord, I'm asking that you just remove these things from them, or if not, if you don't remove it, then give them the grace to go through it and give them peace. Lord, for the biopsies that was mentioned, I pray that the biopsies come back negative, that there's no problems whatsoever. And for our country, I pray for it and its leadership. Father, I pray for all the weather anomalies that's going on around our country, that any of our subscribers that live within these regions, Father, that you will watch over them. And Lord, do them like you did the children of Israel in the land of Goshen, Father. Just take care of them through the times that are coming now. And Father, we just ask a special prayer for those that really want to do right and they don't have the resources to do it. Father, they want to get ready, but they don't have the resources. I pray that you'll make the resources available, or either just give it to them. Give it to them free. I mean, you're the God of this world. You can do anything. So make it available to them and then give them the ability to prepare and to put it up, Father. Father, thank you once again for being close to us. And I ask a special prayer and a special blessing upon everyone in the live stream tonight. We ask these things in thy name. Amen. Okay.
Now I'm going to yawn.
Yeah, well, probably. Oh.
All right, so we are going to go see if we can finish whatever we got in here, and
Yeah, we got to finish up the night's work.
then we're headed to bed.
It's a long day today.
Yeah, I hope to rest a little tomorrow and then get started again Monday. And
Yep.
Thank you guys for dropping in, and we will talk to y'all later. Hopefully we'll have some videos up, but I ain't gonna promise. If we miss a day this week, y'all just forgive us because we are working hard to get ourselves prepped up.
Yeah, we're really
And
we're
if we miss
pushing hard.
days, it's simply not because we don't have videos. I got a supply of them.
We have plenty of videos. It's just
They
getting
just aren't edited.
them edited and getting them up. And remember to go over and watch Amanda from Freedom Acres
Yes.
video. She's putting up one on the canning of the lard that we've done.
If it's not up now, it will be later. Just keep checking with her.
Yeah. Just
And,
watch her video. Go over and subscribe to her, whatever you need to do. She's got some awesome stuff over there. I think y'all will really enjoy it. So, we're going. See you later.